everyone, thanks so much for coming to watch this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make these Lifesaver EOS candy treats. First you want to get some Lifesavers. Now I have the original Lifesavers here that are hard, and then I also thought I'd experiment with the Lifesaver gummies and see how that works out. So let's open up these bags and see what colors we get and then go from there. This is an EOS container. I'm going to show you how to take it apart so that you can put your Lifesavers in there. So take off the lid, and then you're going to find the little, right there, the little extra plastic pieces on the middle part, and you're going to take a very sharp object. So if you are small, make sure you guys get adult supervision. You're going to just stick it in between that and the bottom, and then it pops out really quite easily. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take the top piece, and then you're going to pour the stuff in, and you're going to screw the middle piece back on, and you're going to keep the top piece on a flat surface so it can harden. And then once your candy is done, you snap back the bottom on like so, and then you screw the lid back off, and then you have a perfectly shaped EOS candy treat. Step one of making your EOS candy treats is to coat the top of your EOS container with oil. Here I have cooking spray, so I just squirt a little bit in there and just make sure it's completely coated, or else the candy will stick. Then you're going to grab some candy. I should have grabbed more Lifesavers here. I think I have about 6 there. You're going to put it in the microwave for 15 seconds at a time. Just be careful because it does burn. My first batch I actually did burn because I went 15, 15, and then I believe 10 seconds, which was too long. Be careful, it's very hot. I put a little bit on, and then I screwed the middle piece on, and then when I went to go use it again, it was actually hard already. So then that's when I put it back in the microwave, and then it burnt. So you really want to make sure that you're careful, you guys, because you are cooking sugar here, or at least trying to melt it. So then what I did is I actually used some yellow Lifesavers to fill in the rest of this EOS container, which is fine by me. So you have the red Lifesaver on top and the yellow on the bottom. Once your Lifesaver candy has cooled down a little bit, you can actually just press it down into the EOS just to make sure you have no air pockets, and just to make sure the lid closes without difficulty. So if there's any extra candies on the edges, you can just remove it quite easily. Once you're done with the candy, you're going to put it in the fridge or the freezer, or even just leave it on the counter. I put mine in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and this is how it looked when it came out. So I'm very happy with it. It's very shiny, very hard, obviously, because of the Lifesaver candy, and of course a delicious treat that if you want to just put the lid back on and save it for later, you can. So this time, for the green one that I'm making, I thought I would try the gummy Lifesavers. So I'm going to try to use more gummies this time, which are the dark green, and then I also grabbed some of the light green just to make sure that I had enough to fill my EOS container. There's less of them, so I thought I'd have a little bit of light on the top. Guys, these melt really easily. Maybe it was like 10 seconds. I think I had about 5 Lifesavers in there. So you really want to watch the gummy Lifesavers because they're obviously softer than the hard Lifesavers. So you put it in, and it's actually easier because it doesn't harden as quickly. And then you put the middle piece on, and then I microwaved the dark green Lifesavers, and I layered that back on as well. And I think mine separated a little bit because I didn't wait for the light the light green Lifesavers to harden. But if you want to have a little bit more of a layered look, you can put your light color or whatever your first color in the fridge or freezer so it hardens, and then layer it with your other color. one turned out really well. Again, you can't really see the separation of colors because, especially on this video, because I didn't wait for the light green to harden. But it is kind of mushed in there a little bit, and the cool part is that it's really soft, just like a soft gummy Lifesaver is. Moving on to the third one I make, again coating the top with oil to make sure it doesn't stick. And then this time I was going to experiment with putting a Lifesaver in melted Lifesaver. So just to change it up and see if it worked. Okay, so I am melting my soft gummies first, which again takes 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm going to put that first in the top of the EOS. So I'll just scrape it in here. So once you have some of the soft gummy Lifesaver in there, you're going to put your hard Lifesaver in, which is kind of a fun surprise, you guys, and of course it's a different flavor, so it'll be quite delicious. Then what you're going to do, so I just sort of push it in there, and then you're going to put the middle piece on here carefully so it doesn't ooze out or anything. And then you're going to, I think here I melted some more gummy Lifesavers so that it didn't sit in the bowl and harden. So I got fresh gummies here, and I'm going to put them in the microwave, again being careful of the time. And I'm just going to pour that on top of the hard Lifesaver, and it'll be a little surprise, like I said. Okay, so after that's been in the fridge or freezer or just even on room temperature, this does take longer as it's soft gummy, so make sure that you guys are 100% sure that it's ready to be opened, or else it might be too mushy when you open it. So let's check out this one. Ooh. So of course you can see the orange gummy Lifesaver, and you can see a very faint line of yellow Lifesaver in there, which is the hard Lifesaver. Thanks so much for coming to watch this video, everyone, and make sure that you guys subscribe if you haven't done so already, and please feel free to share and like our video.